Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. I wanted to look at air signs for December today. We'll start off with Aquarius, we'll move through to Libra and then Gemini. I did start to shuffle it and begin this reading and I had a glitch in the system, had to close it down. I do have already 3 cards for Aquarius for the month of December, and we've pulled the 3 of Wands, which is expansion, as you know. Expansion, trade, commerce, ships coming in. So this can also be good news, something you might have been waiting on. Aquarians may be thinking about also moving jobs, moving homes, traveling. This can also indicate traveling as well. In some way, there is an expanding of their horizons in December. I then drew the Queen of Coins, which is the Queen of Pentacles. So this could even be around taking that promotion at work or some money coming to you. The Queen of Coins represents stability, financial stability, having everything that you need. It is an earth energy. This could be speaking to a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. We are moving into Capricorn in January, so that Capricornian energy, and then we move into the Aquarian energy after that. So to me, financial stability and security could be on some Aquarians' minds. For others, though, they've got what they need. They've got plenty. There appears to be a choice coming up with this 7 of Cups for you to make. What is that? Is that a choice around money? Some kind of learning or lesson with this number of 7 is being brought forward, but you don't have enough clear air to make that choice. At the moment, you're operating under illusions, smoke screens. You just cannot see clearly enough to make that choice. But there is a choice looming for you. And I've got the 3, the 3, number 3 in the major arcana. You're pulling a couple of 3s in this reading so far, the Empress card. This is something coming to you. This is an abundance in December that is hitting your sign. So something is coming through for Aquarians in December. Some kind of good news, something to do, could be around money, additional income, perhaps a raise in some way. But there is a choice there to be made on something. It may not necessarily be money. It could be something else. Nevertheless, you're going to be okay, because the Empress is all about abundance and having everything you need. The harvest being, coming in and coming in well. So could also be something new, because I'm being drawn to that baby in this picture. And this could be a new project, a new job. A relocation, travel, something new is on the horizon, literally, for Aquarians. Let's have a look at what else these cards are going to bring forward. I've got the Wheel of Fortune. Absolutely, something is changing here for some Aquarians in December. It's an expansion. I think it is around money, or it could be again broadening your horizons in some way. Whatever the situation is, this is good luck. This is the Wheel of Fortune, and it's turning in your favour. And it's about time, I'm feeling, for some Aquarians. I'm hearing some saying it's about time. We've got the Knight of Cups underneath the Queen of Coins. The Knight of Cups brings forward something fairly quickly. It's an offer or a proposal. So I'm really feeling very strongly that for some Aquarians that may be watching this reading, there is something going to be offered to you which will actually bring forward more than stability in your financial affairs, an actual expansion in some way for you. You could find you've received a job offer and have to decide to relocate to the other side of the country, for example. Underneath this 7 of Cups, we've got the Page of Swords. So there is some kind of information coming out in December that you will have to you'll have to make a decision about, and it's not going to be an easy decision to make, because you haven't got enough clarity to see clearly. You're wanting more information, and I do feel that once you receive this additional information with this Page of Swords, you're going to be able to make the decision that you need to make. things coming in from the past underneath the Empress card. So this is a reunion with yourself. In some way, there's going to be a new start here, and it's a new start that will actually ultimately make you happier. So I do actually see, while there could be a decision to be made, there's actually an offer coming forward to you, which will actually be beneficial to you. And we've got the Moon card, some information coming forward, perhaps even the end of confusion. We do have a Tower moment. It looks like it's going to come forward fairly quickly for you. This could even be around romance for some and partnerships. But I'm not feeling it's going to. Tower moments come fairly quickly, and it's a ruse to think that we don't get a Tower moment, or we only get one once every 10 years. Tower moments occur for us in all parts of our lives. Every week, or, not every week, but we are dealing with things, cycles that we need to move through. We are always learning, and so sometimes those lessons can be, a little bit of a kick in the shins for us. It appears that this Tower moment might be connected to some kind of information secret that needs to come out with this Page of Swords. I'm feeling there's a piece in the puzzle that needs to emerge for you. While there could be disappointment, it is only momentary, I feel, because you've got this Cup here. I feel there's an offer going to be made to you, which will actually allow you to leave a lot of the old stuff behind and move into this abundant energy that the Empress is offering. Look, there could be a stepping back, for example, but this Knight is actually fairly keen to get back up onto the horse. So I don't feel it's going to be a prolonged stepping back for you. I feel that with this Empress, with this Three of Wands, with this Wheel of Fortune, I feel that whatever's going on for Aquarians this month, it could be that they do have to make a decision around something. There could be a lesson that is coming forward for them, but it is not going to stop them or hold them up or detract from from their lives for too long, because your cards here with this Wheel of Fortune and this Empress and Three of Wands they're pretty good cards. There's 1, 2 major arcana, 3, 4 major arcana. Certainly these 2 major arcanas are terribly positive. Let's have a look at what's going on at the base of the deck. We've got the Emperor, retaining control of something, having to make decisions, I'm feeling, in some way. We've got the Two of Wands, putting a plan into place for that will mature in time. So it's almost like you've got a crossroads to walk through. Now, that's why I'm feeling there's a decision to be made around, it could be leaving a job and starting a new one. It could be relocating a home. There's some sort of decision in December for Aquarians. And it may not emerge in December. It might be something you decide which will mature in 2020, for example. We've got the Ten of Swords, moving through that completion energy, I feel. And I feel that the decision that you make will bring this situation to a close. But hey, look what you've got. Another major arcana, double tens and a ones. There are new beginnings here for Aquarians, and sitting right underneath that Empress. So I feel whatever's going on for Aquarians in December, ultimately they emerge the victors, and things actually are changing for the better for them as we move through the months. I do feel that they will be making some sort of decision in December. It may not be for the actual month of December. It may mature in 2020. Something is going to change for Aquarians, but it's a good change, and it will bring them what they want. They've been dreaming about this for a long time, and it's actually going to become a reality. So let's pull from the Aboriginal Spirit Oracle here, messages from Spirit. We'll pull from the Aboriginal Spirit Oracle by Mel Brown, messages from Spirit for our Aquarian, our lovely, wonderful Aquarian friends. Messages from Spirit. Okay, so we have compassion. This, I don't know whether this is compassion for those around you or self-love, compassion for yourself. I do feel that whatever decision is being made in December, it will be based on the best thing for you to do. It could be for some, as I said, in relation to relationships, romance with that Knight of Cups. Whatever decision, as I said, is going to be the right decision for you to make in under the circumstances. When you're making this decision, in order for this air to clear, here we can't see clearly, here we can. And what is the difference? This is stillness. So going within, finding the stillness within, allowing information to come forward through your own intuition will shed light onto the situation and allow you to make that much needed decision. We did pull the Four of Swords, I think, here in this reading, indicating there is a need for rest. There is a need for retreat. And so for some Aquarians, it's a wonderful time to take some time off from work and have that holiday and luxuriate in that stillness, in that relaxation space. What have we got here? We'll keep going. A couple more cards. Leadership, making decisions, stepping forward, being called upon to take responsibility. Again, I feel this is for those who may be thinking about taking that promotion. You could move into a management position with considerable responsibility here. And this is an accomplishment and an achievement. So I'm feeling that underneath the deck we have a little bit of sadness here. If you're closing down cycles and beginning new ones, you will have that kind of energy coming through. I do feel with this decision that you've got to make, it is a change. It's a fairly major change for you to make. But I do feel it will be the right change for you to make, Aquarius. With this World card, endings and beginnings, this Empress card, the Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor, being more in control. These are lovely major arcana cards. Even the Moon card, confusion, clearing, getting clarity on things, getting the information you need to make the decisions that ultimately will be in your best interests and will bring actually new beginnings to you. So let's now have a look at Libra. Libra for the month of December. Justice, scales of justice. What's happening for Libra in December? Let's have a look. Libra in December. I feel that some Librans are really looking forward to a break. I can feel a real drain on their energy. I feel that they're dragging their feet a little bit. And it's almost like it's like that, that train chugging up the hill. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think for some Librans, I'm just getting this a little bit of anxiety about whether they've got the stamina to make it to the end of the year, so that they can have a good break. Which is suggesting this 2019 has been full on for Librans. So let's have a look at what might come forward for our Libran friends. What's on the horizon? What's happening in December for Librans? What's happening in December for Librans? What's happening in December? There is some movement. I'm seeing the Knights in the tarot. So you will be taking action on something now. I don't know what that is. That could be consolidation. It could be actually putting in your leave form, because I do feel you need it. Okay, so Librans, what's happening for Librans in December? What's happening for Librans in December? Okay. All right. Rest and recuperation with this Four of Swords. Retreat. Take some time out, Libra. My intuition was bang on. You need to rest. Okay. Let's see what you might need to rest from. You're closing down one cycle and you're beginning another. As this is the end of the major arcana, this is a fairly significant year you've put in. And I'm very much drawn to, it looks like somebody is joining something there, and there's light and conductivity happening. This is freedom. I feel that you're actually going to be free of a situation that's really been weighing you down. We've got the Knight of Cups. Again, some kind of offer could be coming forward to you, which will actually grant you the freedom that you need. And we've got the Page of Coins, some kind of reward for effort. So there could be something in your pay packet at the end of the year, which will reward you for the effort, or some kind of offer that actually acknowledges your skill, that actually acknowledges your tremendous contribution, that actually acknowledges your hard work. Now, that could also be in regards to relationships as well, partnerships. Your partner or your family could be acknowledging just what a valuable contribution you actually do bring to the table, Libra. This is all about you. This is all about what you bring. This is all about the hard work that you've put in, the sacrifices you've made, the kind of selfless energy that Libra can bring forward when they're trying to advocate for fairness and balance. In some way in December, this is actually, you're going to be rewarded for that. So let's keep going. Beautiful. Sun, absolutely. So, at the end of a really tough situation, what do you get? You get the beautiful energy, revitalization of the sun. So whatever's coming forward for you in December is actually really going to buoy you. It's going to do more than buoy you. It's going to make you very, very happy. I do feel it's an offer of something. We've got the Three of Coins, working with others, working with teams, and it could be a role where you actually are able to create something, to build something, but also to fix something. You're going to get this offer because of the unique skill set that you have. Now, whether this is working in the working out in society, whether it's working within the community, whether it's the work you do with the family and relatives and within your immediate circles, I think you're getting recognition here in some way. We've got the Queen of Cups under the Knight of Cups. So yes, the Queen of Cups brings forward this nurturing, supportive energy, but she also reveals something as well. So when this offer comes, it's actually going to, I think, take you a little bit by surprise, or when this recognition of some sort. And it could even be, as simple as your family deciding to band together to shout you a weekend away in recognition of who you are. It doesn't have to be something major, but I am feeling with the World card, the Sun card, I'm feeling it is. There's something good happening for Librans in December, and there is an offer coming forward. With this Page of Wands, and this acknowledgement that you're going to get, this recognition, it's actually going to, here's my Knight, this is the action card. It's actually going to reignite your passion for something. This could be also a new project, again, based on the skills you bring to the table. We've got the Knight of Coins. Now we're getting into our action Knights right underneath the Sun. This offer is actually going to be quite meaningful for you. It's actually going to bring, also with this page here, a financial security as well. This is also something that it's not going to be the actual work or whatever the project is that you're working on will mature over time. So it's not something that you could be asked to take on a project that that might span over a year or 2 years, because this Knight is a slow-moving Knight, but it's going to offer you security. Now, there is something ending with this Death card. You could have already experienced this. The Death card is telling me that whatever has ended was substantial for you, but what is coming through is also equally substantial, if that makes sense, because we've just got this Eight of Wands energy underneath the Knight, underneath the Queen, this fire energy, this thing that is going to reignite your passion and inspiration. And I do feel your faith and trust in the world. It's actually going to make you very happy. So we've got also the Page of Wands. So, even if it's a bit daunting when this offer comes through, or something, recognition, achievements, accomplishments, even if it's a little bit daunting, don't worry, because it's going to actually grow in time with this Page of Wands. So I think you can expect some sort of communication before the end of the year that in some way recognizes your talents and abilities, or recognizes you in some way. Right now, though, Nine of Wands, you really do need some time out. The Four of Pentacles, as I said, underneath the Death card, something is ending. But whatever's coming in with this newness, look at this ace here, this Ace of Wands. Right underneath the Eight of Wands, the Queen and the Knight. This is just going to really lift you, Libra, really lift you. And it's about time, because I do feel there's been, even though you mightn't have admitted it or shared it or spoke up about it, you've been anxious about this ending. But what these cards are telling me is that you have no need to be anxious, because you have the Sun card. So whatever offer is going to be made before the end of the year is going to lift you right out of that fatigue, right out of that, feeling like you've been wounded in some way. It's going to take you right back into this Sun, Leo energy, this happiness. Things are actually just going to clear very quickly, and you're going to be left feeling very, very satisfied, because something is on its way to you and likely to come in December. All right, let's just bring forward 3 oracle cards here for Libra. Again, drawing from the Aboriginal Spirit Oracle, 3 messages for Libra for December. Libra for December. What's on the horizon? What's going to be happening for Libra in December? I'm just seeing that Sun card and that light just growing. So we've got the Journey card. With this Death card, it's a major arcana. It's moving through the ending of a cycle and into something new. I do feel that you will take some time out in January, and you're going to be processing what occurred in 2019. But in this card, blending Aboriginal imagery here with what looks like to be Stonehenge and Excalibur, there is a truth for you to acknowledge and work through. And I'm reminded of the shamanic journeying, where you allow your intuition, your subconscious, to go where it needs to go to get the answers that are required to process this ending. But you've just got this beautiful new beginning, so I'm not at all worried. If there are any illusions, then truth needs to come forward, because we've got it's sitting alongside this sword. And so because Libra is all about justice and fairness and balance, understand that karma is operating in this situation, and it is operating, even though you may have faced some kind of confusion in the past, it is operating in your favor. Again, when you're taking time out, perhaps in January, again, this connectivity with nature, with the environment around you, will be really important. Watching for signs, gathering that information on this journey that you need to take to process what has occurred, because ultimately it is going to result in your growth, in not just financial growth, not just personal growth. I feel that in some way your spirit has grown through this, and you're wiser as we shut down 2019 and move into 2020 than what you were in January 2019. There is this, really in summary, I'm very pleased to see this wonderful offer going to be made, or some kind of hand extended to you, which is entirely, you've earned this, and it's going to bring forward this kind of energy for 2020. So well done to our Librans. All right, let's move to Gemini. Let's see what's happening for Gemini. Gemini can be a little bit frazzled particularly those in the, that are working hard in their careers. By this time of the year, their energies can be low. They might be be a little bit frayed around the edges, which could be that they're more easily triggered in their relationships, even if it's at work with colleagues, than what they normally would be. And that's understandable, because Gemini, they work hard and they bring a lot to the table. Particularly, you'll find a lot of Geminis in leadership positions. They're able to grasp knowledge very, very quickly. They're able to bring forward strategy, solutions very, 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 very quickly. It's all in the mind with the Geminis. As I said, often they'll be in leadership positions, but I just feel for some Geminis that they're having a little bit of a struggle with those around them in some way, and it's simply because they're fraying at the energies. Yes, their energies are low, and don't feel guilty about it. Don't give it a second thought. We're all human. And we do our best on any given day with what we've got. So don't beat yourself up about it, Gemini. Okay, let's have a look at what's happening for Gemini for December 2020. What's happening for Gemini for December 2020? Something's fallen out. Choices. Okay, choices to be made. Again, this fogginess I'm feeling for Geminis normally razor sharp, this fogginess, and it's based on fatigue, I think. Let's have a look what's happening for Gemini in December. Gemini in December. What's happening for December? Okay. We've got the 10 of Coins. Again, responsibility is weighing fairly heavily on some Gemini's shoulders. This is around family, money. Gemini's pulling their weight, working hard, trying to, secure the future, not just for themselves, but I just feel I'm speaking to a Gemini with a lot on their shoulders and carrying a lot of responsibility for a lot of people. Okay, yeah. There is this tower moment here, and I do feel it's around this level of fatigue, this heavy responsibilities and burdens, but also could be around, these relationships with other people. Just things are not running smoothly at the moment for some Geminis, and they're going to be reviewing with this 7 of Pentacles. I feel also there's been a lot of outgoings for some Geminis with this 7 of Pentacles. It's all about reviewing income, reviewing expenditure, money in, money out. I'm just feeling it's going very, very quickly with our Gemini. I'm speaking to some Gemini friends here. With this tower, I feel there's an issue around money. And there's a really a fairly as we move to the end of the year, I think there's a need for reviewing expenditure, particularly for those that are in charge of budgets. As I said, Geminis can often be found in leadership positions. And I do feel it's like a balance here. It's a weighing of, do I need to work so hard? Do I need to earn so much money? There's something around a loss here with this 3 of Swords. It's a heart feeling. They're feeling a loss. It could be is it a loss of money, this tower moment? I don't think so. It's in personal relationships, I feel, or relationships with others. Things aren't running as smoothly. There's some kind of unsettled energy here for some Geminis. Yes, I do feel they need time out. Here is our 10 of Wands. Two tens stacked on top of one another. The 10 of Coins, the 10 of Wands, the tower moment. Yes. Who isn't facing these kind of energies where we actually are getting to the end of the year? We're feeling tired. We need to do things differently. We're doing a review of the year. We're seeing what needs to be changed. Sometimes what needs to be changed we don't have any choice about. And we're actually looking to do that review and investigation because we've got this loss in some way. And I do feel it is around... around personal relationships, but this is also the 6 of Coins. So Again, with this person putting this coin in the jar, savings, money in, money out. I'm just getting a really strong pull here around finances and budgets. We've got the Three of Coins. So I do feel that some Geminis are looking very closely at their expenditure and working out what they can let go of. But it's also beyond that. It's also around their fatigue levels and do they need to work this hard? They're having a major rethinking of situations, and that's, I feel, what the Tower moment is also about. Something has occurred for some Geminis. Unfortunately, they could be grieving because the Three of Swords brings forward heartache, loss, grief. The Death card is ending. So whatever ending is going on here with this Tower moment, some Geminis could be grieving in some way for the loss of something, and it could be, I feel it's around close relationships. So it could even be with friendships, work colleagues, partnerships of some description could be under strain here. But look, as I said, when we move through these conclusions, the Death card bringing something to an end, we get a new beginning with this Fool card, and that's coming up for you as we move into the new year. There are some decisions for you to make. I think that did this fly out for Gemini? I'm not sure. But there are some decisions here because there's a learning. The Tower moment has brought a learning forward for you. And there are, as I said, a decision here. With this Two of Swords, it's around having to weigh things up and decide how you're going to go into 2020. It's okay. Geminis are very good at actualizing reality. It's something that they do very well. So even though you've got something ending, even though there is some loss, some grief attached to this ending, you're actually already starting to manifest the new coming in. So you've got the Fool and you've got the Magician, two wonderful major arcana here on top of the Death card, bringing something successfully, the Tower moment, bringing something successfully to a conclusion, and then moving toward this manifestation of the new. Yes, it is all about endings and new beginnings. This is what's going on for the Geminis. This is a general reading, but for some Geminis that I'm speaking to are facing endings and new beginnings. Here we go. We've got the Ace of Cups. You're moving through this something that actually had to end. No other choice. Look at all these tens. 10 of Coins, 10 of Wands, the Judgment, double tens. We've got 10 in the Death card. We've got 10 in the Tower. Lots of endings here and lots of new beginnings. Another 10 and a 1, number 11. We've got Justice. As I said, something has to be decided, which will bring whatever review or investigation you're making will bring forward a more balance into a situation. And we've got the Knight of Swords, some kind of truth that needs to be faced. And this is an action card. So you'll be taking action on something. You'll be making that decision, and you'll be starting again with this new cycle that you have manifested here. So let's pull from the Aboriginal Spirit Oracle by Mel Brown. Let's have a look here. What's coming forward for Gemini? For Gemini in December, what's happening for Gemini? Gemini in December, what's happening for Gemini in December? I'm just feeling the weight of responsibility on your shoulders, Gemini. It's really, you've been carrying more than your fair share of the load. What's happening for Gemini in the month of December? Okay, so we've got new growth. That's a good thing. Closing down old cycles, beginning new. We learn, don't we? From whatever goes on, we actually do learn, and that's the most important thing. A positive card to come forward, a windfall. I'm seeing this sitting with the same kind of energy as the Magician. You're manifesting something new into your life, and it's actually going to be quite abundant. You're leaving behind some kind of situation that did cause you this grief, this loss, this heartache, and you're bringing forward something new. And really, at the end of the day, you know, if we're sitting here on New Year's Eve, on the 31st of December, you can sit back and understand that you have moved through this kind of energy here, this loss, this grief, this betrayal. You've closed down something that was very, very painful to you, shouldering more than your fair share of the load, this tower moment, this realization that things needed to change. And you've actually gone forward, or you will go forward in December, and make those necessary changes. And so as we see the new year in, Gemini, you can give yourself a pat on the back, because this has been something that you've done that's been necessary, and it's a wonderful new start after an inevitable ending for you. And so step into your manifestation energy, which comes so naturally to you, Gemini, as we move into January 2020. Okay, I will leave the air signs there. What I'm seeing in the TAROTSCOPES are a lot of endings and a lot of new beginnings, which is consistent with the astrological patterns, but also just the closing down of this year and moving into this new decade. We're finishing one decade and we're moving into 2020. And I think we should do so optimistically, I really do. So with that in mind, I'll leave that there, and I'll be back with another reading soon. Thank you for tuning in.